Hello, Divine Ones. Welcome back. Thank you for stopping by, spending a little time with the real me. And welcome to our weekly Healing Heart Oracle session. Thank you for coming back and sharing this healing journey with me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your company and like your support and sharing with me. Like, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I feel your energy if you're here with me, if you're really here with me, like I can feel it. And I just want to say that I hope that you can feel my energy as sincere and genuine and authentic in wanting to share my gift with you and help in any way that I can, because I've learned and discovered that it is part of my purpose, and I'm on my soul path, my journey, however you relate to purpose and destiny. This is part of it. It's only a small part of my personal individual journey, but it is a significant part of it. It's a small part, but it plays an important role because I am sharing with you my gifts because I've been called to do that, right? So thank you for joining me. Okay, so last week, the card that we pulled last week for healing, that the focus for this week on healing our heart was intuitive heart. And so today I want to share with you my experience with healing from an intuitive heart perspective last week. So during the week, I was led and guided, intuitively led and guided through my heart to share transparently, honestly, my, how should I say this? My story. It wasn't such a happy story, but this is healing, and it isn't pretty all the time. Healing isn't, glamorous and beautiful and like, starlight skies and rose petals and in blossom and bloom, healing so beautifully. Like, that's not true. When it comes to healing, healing is not pretty all the time. It's messy and it's deep and it's not a enjoyable experience for the most part, which is why a lot of people avoid it, right? But coming out on the other side of healing, I can't even explain or put into words how worth it is. When you find yourself in a place after you've gone through a healing experience where you have intentionally focused on healing your shadow, facing your shadow, and facing your shadow and healing. Yeah, just healing. Like, if you are brave enough and you're strong enough to do that, the payoff, the reward afterwards is insurmountable. The strength that you find, and also, the blessings that come from healing, your growth, elevating, the elevation, the ascending, the connection with the Most High God, the divine, your higher self, connection to the universe, all those things. I mean, the reward is, it's unexplainable. I can't explain it. I can't put it into words. You have to experience it for yourself to understand what this means, how important it is, and how valuable it is. So back to my intuitive heart healing experience last week led me to be very transparent, open, and honest in sharing my story that hasn't been the most pleasant in, you know, facing betrayal, awakening to the truth about people, places, and things that haven't served my highest good. But this last week, I had the opportunity, and I was blessed with the opportunity to be open and transparent and honest. Instead of hiding, burying my story, I told the truth. When I had the chance to tell the truth, I opened up and I told the truth, instead of cowering away, like, you know, being afraid or being ashamed of the truth. I just opened up and told the truth. I shared my story, no holds barred, no sugarcoating, no rose-colored glasses. Like, I had the opportunity to unapologetically tell the truth about what has occurred in my life very recently, and it wasn't nice. And you know, I and by nature, I am not a mean-spirited person, but my defense mechanism came out when I was, you know, explaining or sharing my story with some people, two people that I trust, right? Like I said, I was unapologetic in sharing that story, and my intuitive heart led me to reveal and not hold back in telling my story to these two specific people who I trust. And it was healing to get it off my chest, to you know, let out some of the anger and frustration and the you know, the bitterness that I have been carrying around about, you know, certain situations, certain, you know, things that happened to me, that were done to me by you know, certain people. Yeah. It feels good. I feel lighter. I feel like, you know, I feel like a whole weight has been lifted in being able to express through expression. Yeah, I was able to express my true thoughts and feelings, and through that those experiences, by, you know, sharing unapologetically and transparently, I was able to heal to a certain extent. You know, of course, like I said before, we're never fully healed. Like, we're never done healing. But it was a very significant healing experience for me to talk it out and not hold back and not hide anything. Like, just to let it all out. Feels good. Yep. So my intuitive heart, you know, is still sharing this healing oracle weekly experience with you on this journey, is part of my intuitive heart guiding me on my destined path. And so, yeah, I will continue to share my specific experience through this healing heart oracle sessions that we share together. I'll continue to be open and transparent with you. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what this week, what the Healing Heart Oracle is going to guide us to focus on in the way of healing our heart this week. What are we pulling here? We have, oh my gosh, you know what? I think I'm going to pull another card out. I think this week we're going to do two, because Patient Heart, we pulled Patient Heart the first, I think it was the first session that we had together. But apparently there's a need to continue being patient I mean, I think that's just a reminder, you know, that still to remain patient. Gosh, okay, I get it. I understand my spirit team. You know, I understand I need to remain patient. Yes, my patient is wearing thin, but I thank you for the reminder. Okay, here's a new card. In addition to continuing to have a patient heart, and again, a reminder on the message on the patient heart card, the message is move forward and grow. So yeah, that is relevant for us. You know, we need to continue to be patient, and we need to continue to move forward and grow. Thank you for that reminder. Most High, God Divine, thank you. So Grieving Heart is the card for this week. And as I'm just always amazed at the artwork on these cards. They always just speak to me, and wow, just amazing artwork. So Grieving Heart card is number 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. The message on the card is open doors to something new. Wow, that's kind of cool, right? Open doors to something new. Grieving Heart. So you can see on this card, you know, my intuitive message that I'm pulling from this card. Of course, obviously, it's about grieving, you know, healing through grieving a broken heart. And the card, or the heart that the woman is holding in the card, is clearly broken. Her eye makeup is streaked, probably from, you know, running mascara, from crying, from tears. But she's surrounded by beauty. There is a crown of thorns. You can't, I mean, I don't know if you can see, it's very faint, the thorns on that crown on her head. But also, you know, the biggest part of that crown that she wears on her head are flowers. You know, beautiful flowers and foliage on her crown. Her third eye is a star. It's like, I don't know if you can clearly see, but it's very faint, but it's a silver, like, star design on her third eye. It's like a starburst. And then behind her head is that circular, last week in Intuitive Heart card, we had that same circular, and it looks like a full moon, right? Behind her. This one doesn't look to be an eclipse moon because it's bright, it's not dark. So it's looks like a full silvery, bright full moon behind her. And she's holding a heart, a small heart, in her hands. Interesting, really pretty as usual. These cards are just so beautiful. But okay, let's go ahead and read the message in the book. Oh, I have white sage incense burning again for the cleansing of the energy. And the candle that I have lit is jasmine and sandalwood. And then this is just a regular white candle. Both of them are color white, excuse me, for purity. Okay, so Grieving Heart, number 4. I forgot to mention, 4 is an angel number of stability. Yeah, it is an angelic number, of course. 4 angel guides are near. I don't know if you noticed in the video last week, though, that there was a little tiny white orb of light that was in the filming of the session last week, and it was just hanging out. Like, I noticed it. That was an angelic energy that was around and was captured on the camera. Interesting. I mean, most people might say, oh, it just had to do with the lighting and like how it was captured on camera, but to me, my intuitive heart told me that was actually angelic energy. Anyway, number 4 is usually like grounding and stability. So that's what grounding and stability in connection with a grieving heart is our focus today. Grieving heart is on page 36. Just to mention also, we're in a master year. 2024 reduces down to the number 8. 8 is a master number. 8 is also an infinite number, represents the symbol of infinity. We're in a Pluto being in Aquarius, and Saturn's placement delivering karma to all of us, whether good or bad. However, whatever seeds we've sown, where everyone is experiencing their reaping. Everyone, all of us are reaping what we have sown in the way of karma is being delivered. So, I just wanted to recap on that. I don't know if I even mentioned it during these sessions. So, grieving heart. And there's a little black rose down here. She has a black rose in her hair as well. So, black rose, definitely grieving. Grieving heart, open doors to something new. Dear grieving heart, I know you feel disoriented and confused. Losing those we love and are close to is always difficult, and you may be experiencing fear, hurt, and apprehension about the future. Your sense of self may have diminished as you have had thoughts such as, I don't know who I am, and I no longer know what I love, what I care about, or what makes me sing. You might feel numb or anxious and not want to participate in everyday life. Dear heart, it is important that you give yourself time to mourn your loss and heal. You also must gain the wisdom that this difficult experience has brought you, embracing the opportunity to become more independent, shrewd, and clear, and comfortable. Shrewd and clear can feel uncomfortable, but it can offer you incredible growth and self-confidence. Let me read that again because I feel like it was kind of choppy. Embracing the opportunity to become more independent, shrewd, and clear can feel uncomfortable, but it can offer you incredible growth and self-confidence. Take some time to reflect on what you have truly lost. Is it love, friendship, understanding, help, or care? Reflect on how this loss can open doors to something new. So I feel like grieving heart, we definitely, as human beings, grieve the loss of the physical human beings in our life through, their passing, etc. They, pass, and we grieve loss, and we mourn the loss of people who we love and care about when they pass. But cycles ending and losing people, when it comes to cycles ending, and maybe sometimes we have to put up boundaries, close people out, cut cords. Sometimes it's intentional when we end our relationship with others, and sometimes it comes by way of not by choice, but outgrowing relationships. And sometimes people choose to move on, or I've heard that people come into your life for a season or a reason. Sometimes it's permanently, sometimes it's just a limited time, and your relationships are meaningful in that whatever the purpose is, that you meet people and you enter into relationships with those people are unique and individual. Even when it comes to family, blood family, we have relationships that are from birth, right? We are born into families and they are blood. But we also have significant relationships with people who are not of blood and are not family. Those can be lovers or friends, associates, acquaintances. There's different levels to this relationship stuff, right? So, but mourning, grieving heart. When someone means so much to you, you may be grieving or mourning when life takes a path or puts you on a path where you're closing cycles or relationships with people. And it could be against your will, maybe not something that you planned for, or maybe not even something that you wanted. But circumstances lead to it being necessary to end relationships sometimes. And it's not always happy. It's not always, oh, let's both, go our separate ways and it was nice, while it lasted, we've reached the end of our road. And so now we're moving on to what, the next chapter in our life. Like if we were all mature and we all didn't have feelings, maybe we could on the surface just be that way, like treat relationships almost like in a detached way. But we are human and we have emotions, and emotions get tangled up in our, what we feel for other people. So love, right? Sometimes we love people. Sometimes we just feel close to people. Sometimes we can confuse feelings of love for a codependent type of feeling, where trauma bonds are relationships too, right? But when you grow and you ascend and you heal and you become more healthy in mind, body, and spirit, sometimes the need for relationships with people, it comes to a time where you've reached the end of your journey with certain people. And then it's time to introduce relationships with new people or different people, because you're in another chapter of life. So take time out to grieve and heal your grieving heart, but open the doors to something new. So it's like, the loss of important people in our lives is going to happen. And, take time out to grieve and mourn, but also appreciate who that person was in your life, what that relationship meant to you, to each other, the memories, things that you built and established, the person you became through that relationship. Appreciate, take out of it, what you're meant to keep. Spend time grieving, but be prepared to open doors to something new. And just know that every door that closes, a new door opens. So when you reach the end of a cycle or a relationship comes to a close, look forward after you've spent your time grieving. Look forward to opening doors to something new, because that means new people, new places, and new things, new memories, new experiences, just new, everything new. So that's our Healing Heart Oracle message for this week, Grieving Heart. If you are mourning the loss of someone in your life, a relationship, a chapter, people, places, and things, don't spend too much time. It's important to spend some time grieving, but don't stay stuck there. Shift your energy and be open to embrace something new. Okay, that's all for today, guys. Thank you again for spending this time with me, and I will be reflecting on, meditating on, and looking out for the experiences that I have in healing through my grieving heart for endings, and at the same time making sure that I have a patient heart grieving heart. Have patience in waiting for, you know, those new beginnings. Okay. Thanks, guys. Love. Talk soon. Bye.